joined last session, probably I would have said it, but it's worth repeating it again. Thanks for those who have already subscribed to Testoper YouTube. Before it was like 1 or 2. Now we have 15 subscribers. So we have serious attendees who wants to go back and review the recording and learn. That's really good. So please make sure that you subscribe to the Testoper YouTube, and this is in the playlist. You can actually see all the recordings of the sessions that we have. As an example, for the beginners track, we have had 2 sessions so far. The first one is on first April, which was Git basics, and second one is on Python basics. So you would see the recordings of every session in here. This is point number 1, which is very, very critical. And then point number 2 is, sorry, just a minute. Mickey, have you started recording?
Yes, it started.
Thank you. I just wanted this to be in the recording as well. Thanks a lot. So the second thing is, if you go to Eventbrite Testoper, you would actually see there is one program that's coming up, which is Testoper Meetup, April 25th, 2020, New Era of Automation with Industry 4.0. So we have awesome speakers. The topic is going to be about Industry 4.0, more geared towards IoT, Internet of Things. It's a great opportunity for you all to learn the basics.
Hi, Kader. Hetal here.
Yeah, Hetal.
I'm in the right place right now, right?
Yeah, you are.
Okay, because I was trying different places. I don't know why. Okay.
All right,
continue.
So, thank you. So, so if you, this is the second point, go to this Testoper community in the Eventbrite. You would see this one, New Era of Automation. It's coming up on April 25th. That is not this Saturday, the week after, Saturday, 10 to 12, probably 12:30. And we have 3 great speakers, and this session is going to be more geared towards IoT. We have speakers from Microsoft, we have speakers from Tech Mahindra, and also we have speaker from Bell. You know, the meetup by nature, as you all know, it's going to provide us with a big picture on different technologies, right? It doesn't get into the details. So you attending this would be a good opportunity for you to kind of understand what is happening in a big picture on this field, and how different companies are trying to help their customers to kind of transform into those and adopt those technologies. So I strongly believe it's a good stuff for you all to join. Just make sure you don't double register. So I've seen many people registering for 5 times. So I have to go and delete 4 times and then keep only once. So just make sure if you have already registered, don't re-register it. If you have not registered, please go ahead and register for me, right, for the records. So that's the second one. So YouTube, Eventbrite, and then I'm going to go to Teams. So in the Teams, couple of things. We have launched in the general channel. It's, if you see here, we have launched something called as Testoper Technology Teaser series for the week of April 12th to 18th. So every week we would be coming up with one topic, and we will brainstorm and we will have fun. The idea here is to kind of engage you all to research, learn, educate, question, challenge, and have fun on a particular topic, right? So that's the thought process. We will select a topic for a week, and we wanted you to, it need not have to be too detailed, but at a very high level, we wanted you to read a little bit around that and kind of develop your knowledge around that. So for this week, it normally starts on Sunday and ends on Saturday, right? So this week, the topic was, what's the difference between monolithic based and microservices based architecture? So there was nice discussions around that. You should actually go and see. There's a lot of learnings. Even I learned a lot of things around this, asking few questions here and there. So I would be moderating this, but I would kindly recommend you all to go and participate and keep yourself engaged into these kind of activities. It's very, very, very critical. Okay. And then the last point is about the presentations. If you are wondering where the presentations are, that we are presenting it to you all. So it's right here in Codeathon, Testoper Codeathon files, and inside the files, depending upon the track you are in. So we have started the beginners track. So you would see the presentations of the beginners track here. And we have started the IA track with cloud. So you would see the cloud presentation here. We haven't still started the TO track. So when we start the test automation, test ops track, you will start seeing that presentation there. So these are the 4 key points that I would like to say. With that, I will hand over it to Shad and Hetal to continue their session. Floor to you, Hetal and Shad.
Hi, thank you. Let me share first my screen, and I hope today everybody has downloaded the Python and PyCharm.
Shad, you're saying something to Hetal?
Yeah, Hetal, I'm just going to put everyone on mute and you'll have to unmute yourself to speak.
Okay, yeah, sure. Now, okay?
Yes, yes, Hetal, please proceed. Yeah.
And are you able to see my screen or not? Full desktop?
Yeah, we can see your screen.
Everything, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So let's start today with a presentation. So I hope, like as per last time we discussed, everybody have like installed Python and PyCharm to follow the exercise today. Because last week we couldn't able to finish any kind of exercise. We just finished theoretical and some like examples on code. So today we will going to follow like one after the other each concepts and the exercise. So first we would like to do the recap of the last session. So if you have any kind of question at this point, you can put right over there regarding the last session questions, or otherwise I will go with you and show you again one more time quickly. So last time I got some of the comments from attendees like Santosh and other people. They were facing some issues on how to even open the file and how to create the projects and all those things. So today, let me open my PyCharm and show you. I have already opened, but I can show you how we can do it. New project. So once you go to the file, there is called a new project. So when you go to the new project, you can give the project name here. Let's say, I will say session 2, something like that. Most important thing is, let's say if you have more than one version of the Python installed, then might be you have to choose the right version depending on your operating systems and all those things. So whatever your latest version, you should select as an interpreter. So in my case, I have installed like 32-bit and 64-bit, and this is my latest version 3.8. So I'm choosing it. If you have installed only one, might be you have only one option to choose. So make sure you have choose that one. That is very important. And then create. That will going to create the project for you. So I already have opened my current and past projects. So that's why it's asking me like, would you like to open in a new window, or you want to use the same window, or you want to attach as a part of the existing window. Depend on you. Like right now you are creating new, so you can use in a new window. Right now I have already opened the projects and everything, so I'm not doing anything. I'm just canceling to open this project, but you can choose this window or new window. Might be will work for you. So okay, let's go quickly on last lab what we have done. So I have copied those code here as well. So last session we created some variable and we assigned values to that variable. Then after we created some variable with the original string value, and then we reassigned with the numeric values. Also we did some delete, like whenever we are not using any variable anymore, then we have to delete it to clear the memory. Those are the thing. Also we seen some string like input function. Also we seen about like input function where you can accept the inputs from the user, and we had done string concatenation as well and formatting too. This is the string concatenation, and we had done some formatting. I would finish some other two types of formatting here and some quick thing, and then we will do very first exercise along with me. Okay, so I will give you some exercise so you can do as well. Let me open here. Because to save the time, I had created already some sample code, so I don't need to like spend too much time on typing and showing you. Rather, I can explain you the concept so you can follow in your exercise as well. In this project, in this line of code, what we are doing is we are creating like two variables Today is the lab session 2, okay? And it's a Python track. We are doing the Python or Python beginner. You can put extra wording. I already have beginner word in it, so I just use the Python here. So what is here is I have created two variables. One is the variable lab num, and the other one is the variable track name, where I'm hard coding the value 2 and Python. Either you can ask a user to input like the lab number and the track name, and then you can format into this string. So in last session, I was struggling to find the proper syntax of using %s for the string. So this is the right syntax, like wherever you want to, excuse me, wherever you want to format your variable name in a particular string, you have to put %s. Right now I have a two variable. One is the variable lab number, and the other one is variable track name. So you can replace that 2s with, and you have to provide your variables, whatever the variables you want to replace in your string, in an order. Here we are not using like indexing here. Last time we swapped the indexing here like 1 and 0. It doesn't matter what indexing here we are putting. It will automatically start from 0 to n index depending how many number of parameters you have added into the format bracket. But here you must have to put in a order, otherwise you will get the wrong values here. You can try in your exercise as well how it's worked. And this format option where you have f in the front of your string, either the double quotation or a single quotation. Here is a very simplicity is like whatever the extra formatting you want to add on top of your values, you can do it with f. Like here you don't need to put extra extra variables on at the end. You can merge the variable in line. So here I add like a variable lab num and variable track name inside the string itself without formatting or percentage or format function. So let's see quickly the result of this, and then I will give you some exercise to do. So you can see here the output of it. It's here I have just formatted because I want to show you the f. That's why it's showing the bracket. Otherwise, if I don't, then it will exactly the same as the previous one. Here showing 1 because I didn't change the lab number. Today's session is 2. Let me quickly change and show you again. So this is the output. Last thing in the formatting part is, let's say we already going to discuss about some mathematics operations like plus, addition, multiplication, and all those things. But good thing in a Python, I don't see any other languages providing that kind of flexibility. But in Python, you can apply some mathematical like plus multiplication format in a Python. So let me show you here. Very simple thing. Let's say $, and I want to print that $, 5 times or 10 times, let's say. So here you are multiplying here. You are using some arithmetic. We are going to discuss those operators in detail later on as well. But I'm just giving you quick hints because it's related to the next exercise. So I just want to highlight you here as well. So what I want to do here is I want to print the $, 10 times. That's why I use the multiplication operator here as a start, which is going to print 10 times $. Let me just show you here. You can see here there are the $10 printed here. So in the next exercise, maybe you're going to use this formatting and this formatting as well. So let me move on to the, and one more thing related to the exercise. I want to show you one spanning of the string. Like you can, this is about the single line of string. When you have, maybe there is some requirement, you have to print like multiple lines as a message or as an email format or some paragraph or something. Then there is a good way you can do is, let's say, just here, where, sorry. When you want to use, let's say if I do like single quotation or double quotation, I can only type one single line. Whatever I type in it it's going to be in a single line. But if I want the multiple line, I have to put 3 times quotation, and in between you can type your string, whatever the string you want. Let's say this is line number 1. So this is something I want to print. Let's say just I give you a quick overview. Might be your email, might be your paragraph or your story, whatever you want to print, depending on your requirements of your project. Let's see what is going to be. So you can see here, those are the 3 different lines. You don't need to create like 3 different variables for all 3 different lines, because this is a one long message which you are dividing in a multiple lines. That's why you have to use either the single, you can use a single quotation 3 times or a double quotation. I always use 2 double quotation. That's why I use double quotation, but you can choose a single quotation as well. So without spending too much time here, is anybody have any questions, or I can just pull up the exercise and then maybe if you have any question at the same time, you can print there.
So hello Hertel, this is Pankaj. I'm not able to run the program in my PyCharm.
Okay, so what is happening actually? Are you getting any error or something?
No, here in your screen, just beside the run button, it says test 1 in my screen.
Yeah, I can show you what, just 1 second, follow me.
Yeah.
Just 1 second. Okay, till I help the Pankaj, whoever is able to do it, just understand this exercise till I'm helping him, and try to do some work. Otherwise, I will explain what we are expecting of this exercise, and then I will come back to you guys. Okay, Pankaj, so once you have one single file, and very first time you are running, you have to choose the run option on the top menu. Yeah. In a run menu, there is a run button, run option, or either you can do Alt+Shift 10. When you go there, somebody is cooking. Okay, when you go there, it will give you the list of files there, which file you want to run. So right, in my case, I want to run test1, so I can click test1 and it will run that line, that particular file. Once you have one time there, then you will automatically see here a list of files here, and then you can use the shortcut here. You okay, Pankaj?
Yeah, instead of file name, I am seeing just some configuration over there.
You don't have a file? Oh, sorry. Maybe you do. Sorry, that's my bad. I didn't show you how to add the file under the project as well. So that's my bad. Okay, here you can add the file. Right. Okay, sorry.
So this is a project, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So in your project, you can add the file. Somewhere I can add my file. Okay, here new. Once you click on a new, right click your project, go to the new. Either you can use a blank file, but we are using the Python file, so I would prefer you to choose the Python file format. And then whatever the file name you want to give, you can give here, let's say lab2, something like that, .py. And then enter, it will appear under your project list. You can see here lab2 is there. Are you able to follow this thing with me?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So then when I run, it should say lab2 near the run button, right?
Yeah, in the lab2, you can type your code. Let's say print hello. And then you have to save. You can either do Control S or you can go to the file and save. Control S is a very shortcut. And once you're done, might be lab2 will not appear automatically here unless I run one time. So I go to the run and click run button, and over there it will ask me to choose, okay, you want to run lab 2 or lab 1 or what. I want to run lab 2. Once I do choose that, it will automatically run here. See, hello is printed there. Yeah, so you can follow the same way.
Okay. And when I run it, the console output console is automatically comes, or I need to bring it up?
You don't have opening here. Are you trying or not?
Yes, but I am seeing the main screen. Did
you run editor. After you? Maybe Sad will help here.
Okay, 1 second. Let me run it.
Why don't you send a screenshot on the chat, and I'll reply to you on the chat, and then Hetal can continue with the lesson.
Yes, sure, no problem. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So but guys, you are good to have at least type project, right? You can type the code.
Guys, this is Kader. This is what I was mentioning. It's very, very critical that you keep yourself engaged after the sessions in our Microsoft Teams, right? So these I have requested Hetal and Shad to be very active in that Microsoft Teams. So any questions that you have or challenges that you have based on what you have learned, you should ask them those questions, and they would be able to answer offline as well. Just keep that in your mind. And the second thing is, Hetal, so all the exercises that you are showing here, is it like previously built exercises that you have uploaded somewhere in the Teams or GitHub?
No, this is just I created today to just give for some practical work to the attendees.
Okay.
So they can follow what they are learning.
Okay, so maybe what you can do is you can put this in the beginners track. Yeah, put it in the GitHub, and then also share the details so that they can take this and modify whatever that they need to do.
Yeah, I will try to put this exercise, the whole flow, like whatever I have done so far, into the test GitHub Codeathon.
Yeah.
Maybe I will share the link in the next session, or maybe in a chat as well, so they can go and try it.
Awesome.
Okay.
Programs team, just make sure the directory structure is good and followed. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Hetal, please go ahead.
Yeah. So everybody done with the exercise or need some explanation on this? Is there any questions coming on the chat regarding this exercise? I'm not looking.
No, there aren't any questions about this yet.
If everybody's done this exercise, just put a done or thumbs up so I can move on. All good?
Hetal, I just wanted to ask the attendees. So I hope everyone is able to see the chat and able to type the questions in the chat window, correct? And in case if you are not able to see the chat and not able to type, please mention that in the Slack or in WhatsApp, so the programs team will try to help you through. If not during the program, but after the program. All right.
Okay.
Hetal, floor to you.
Yeah, I'm trying to look my chat as well here, but I'm not able to see. But under the team,
Hetal, I'll let you know if there are any questions. There aren't any yet.
Okay, so I just want to know, like, everybody's done with the exercise, just the yes or no, so I can move on.
Yeah, most people are done.
Yeah, okay, good. Okay, after this, let me just remove, I don't want any code here. I'm just cleaning up. Okay. So now the next thing, what I'm going to explain you about the indexing, how the indexing work in any of the programming. And I will explain you specifically about the Python as well. So let me just copy that because okay. Here I have created like one string. It's very long string I created. This is a test over community, and today we are learning the Python. So in this long string, let's say there is some facility available in Python programming from the long string or a paragraph. If you want to find out some particular substring or some particular values out of it, you can use the indexing. In any programming language, indexing always works start with 0, 1, 2, and so depend on how big that particular string is, or the list of item. If we are talking about the list data type, I will discuss this in a later session as well. But that is the indexing always work in any programming starting from 0 to n, depending on how long that particular object's value is. So very first thing you can find, there is a function called string len here. I have created here. Let me just delete this space. String len function is going to give you the how long this particular object is. This, in our case, is a string, so it will going to give you the number of characters in this string, number of letters in this string. But if you the len function you can use for some different data types as well, or maybe some like numeric data types as well. So today we are discussing about like string length. So we will focusing on the len function regarding the string. So here when I put len in bracket the my variable name string, it will give me the length of total characters in the string. So once I print, it will show you the print that particular number of characters. I can show you quickly and then we move on. Oopsie, I didn't change my. Okay, so in this long string, we have a total 65 characters of that. So like there is a good thing when you want to find out, let's say particular number of like particular position of that string or a character, you can use indexing as well. So if I do like my particular string variable and in a bracket any index from 0 to n, in our case we can put 0 to 64. We cannot put 65 because this is 65 gives me a total length, but sorry, the index start from 0, so 0 to 64 is the total 65 characters. So I cannot use 64. I can quickly show you like how it's work. So when I'm entering 8 as an index, it will going to show me the 8th character in my string. So let's count 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Hopefully it's 8. Let's print it and see. So it's printing me A. The reason is because 8th position on this string is A. Same way, like if I want some range of the characters from the big string, let's say I want the whole line, like let's say testopper community, for example, or Python, or we are learning Python or something like that. I just need to, if I know the indexing, I can count by myself, or if I just randomly, like this is just the simple example, but in the real programming, you know which particular object, which index of which particular character you are trying to read by a specific that index, like maybe either using the for loop or anything. You are going one by one each character and trying to read. We are going to cover that as well on the later on. So that's the way you can print. If I want to print like certain range of the character, I can put the starting index and the ending index. So let me show you here. Here I am trying to print the characters starting from 10th positions to the 28th position. In this case, it's not going to cover the 28th position. It's going to be a 27th. So from 10 to 27th is going to be displayed. As per my calculation, 9, 10. It's going to print the testopper community, the whole word, two separate words as a one output of the string. Let's see. What is the output of it? You can see testopper community. Here we are just not able, we should not have to manually count, okay, which position it. In a real programming, you know what's the requirement of using the indexing, why you're using indexing. We are not just randomly, only we use the indexing hard-coded when you know the length of the particular string and when you know which particular position of character you are trying to reach. Then otherwise, a for loop is the best, while loop is the best. You can read through each character and try to see some conditions and checking, and then you will find the outputs or expected values from that particular index. Okay, there is a good thing in index Python indexing is it's also not only the positive numbers like 0 to n it will support, but let's say in our string we have 65 characters total. So if you want to read from the back side, that is called the negative indexing. So let's say if I want to read n, I can read with -1. Let me try. So variable long string of -1. So if I do -1, that means it's starting from here and it will show you the n here. So let's print it. You can see the output is n. Same way, the reverse way in a positive, you can put the indexing like 10 to 28. Same way you can do like from the minus, like -1, -2, -3 up to -64 because its length is 65. One more thing is also available is like if you don't know like how long is you want the string, but you know I want the rest of the string starting from this particular positions, then we can say, let me just variable long string, and I'm just starting position. Let's say I put where was the A was at 8 position. Okay, so from 8, whatever the rest, if I'm giving the starting index, I'm not giving the end index, so it's assuming the user wants the whole string starting from 8th position to the end, the total 64, sorry, 65. So let's print it. That's a variable range. You can see here the whole string starting from the 8th positions to the end of the string. Same way you can do from the negative indexes. I will leave it for your exercise. You can try it afterwards once I give you some exercise to do it. Let's move on to the next concept. What if I have exercise? Yeah, I have exercise for you. Okay, I want you guys to find the string. We are learning the Python from this long string. If you haven't typed it, you can type it and try to find it. Like just why I'm giving you the manually counting the indexing, you can understand the index concept. Like it's counting the space as well as a character. Any special character is also counting as a character. So you can manually count like from 0, 1, 2, 3 up to you reach to the we are learning. I think I asked only for we are learning. No, we are learning the Python, sorry. So you can find the whole string. I don't want to tell, I can give you the hint, but try first how you are doing it. And then I will give you quickly after maybe half a minute, I will give you the how you can quickly do it. Either you should pass 1 index, 2 index, or how you're going to do it. That's once you all done, just start, let me know all are done. If anybody is giving any questions or anything, let me know at the same time.
Sure, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
There's a question about explaining negative counting.
What is the exact question?
Just a bit more detail about how a negative indexing works.
Okay, same way you understand the positive indexing. Positive indexing start from first letter. It is a 0 index. I can show you here. Up to, should not put 10. 10 is going to be today. So let me just quickly put the dot here. Up to, let's say this is a, let's say 61, 62, 63, 64. 64 would be the N, 63 would be O, 62 would be H. Same way I can replace that. I have to go at the end and show you how it's works. Laking part when you are face to face in a training, when you are face to face is more easy to explain you, but anyway we are trying our best. So this is the way it's work. -3, 4, like this, and up to you can is the end indexing, and here like you can go -4, -63, -62, like this. So when you want to use this particular number, you can let's say if you want to read from the back side, you can use the like if you are more close, like you don't want to count the whole number and you know, okay, I want just I know the length is 65. So I just need only Python. So I can either do the like from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, sorry, 6. Yeah. So I can start from 59 to 64. I give the range like 59:64. It will print the Python for me. Or I can put the index like -1 to -4. It will also print the Python for me. You clear or more question on this?
I think we're good on this.
Good. Okay. I think everybody done the exercise. The shortcut of this exercise should be, you should not need to count all the way down to find the length, because you already have a 65 length. Only the thing you have to reach to this point where the W is. Once you get this index, either you can just simply put the column without ending index. It will finish the whole line as we are learning the Python. Or you already know the 64 is the last index. So you can put from your style, let's say this way is about maybe 40. So 40 to 64, then it will print the, we are learning the Python string as a whole string. Okay. I hope we are good. No questions so far. Good. Next thing, we are going to understand some of the functions associated with the string. Let me just go all of them right now and see. Okay. Okay. So what is the functions? Like we already understood like a print, input. Print is just for printing. Input is for accepting the user's input. Same way in the string, we have many functions. When you use the string variable, we have inbuilt functions called upper, lower, find. How you can find out how many functions are there? Either you can follow the online manual, or you can the string and quotation. It will give you the number of available, like it's find, lower, those are the things. Let's see. I will just go for let me just copy paste. This is the variable I'm using for this exercise for string function, so we can have that here. Here without variable you cannot apply this function, so that's what I noticed when I was showing you what are the functions available. So when you put the dot, you can see list of functions like find, replace, lower, upper. Those all are related to the same string functions. So what the upper function will do is, upper means you are converting your whole complete string into the uppercase. Right now we have a mixed kind of camel case, upper and lower case in our string. So some of the requirement you need to convert your string, like when you are go for specifically the interviews and all those things, they ask about many of the string related functions, like how you can convert or reverse the string, how you convert from upper to the lower, lower to the upper, and how you can replace. I will might be give you some exercise similar kind of that as well at the end of the explanation. So let's see what is the output of upper, or maybe I can explain you all of at the same time. Let me just put this for now, fine. So upper will going to convert the lowercase to the uppercase. If it's already upper, it won't change anything. Let me first print and explain you one more thing is, oopsie, wrong. I didn't. What is wrong? Let me just comment this to line and see whether it's printing my length or not yet. Sometimes small silly thing you cannot notice what is wrong. Saad, are you able to see anything wrong here?
I think we have to print it.
Oh, we didn't print it. Oh my God.
Yeah.
See? I was trying to print something and I didn't even put the functions there. Okay, let me put first length and see rest.
OP is capital.
Yeah. Okay, so this is 65. Now I can print my uppercase and lowercase. Again, I don't forget to print it. So I have to make the statement here. Print str upper and the str lower. Okay, once it get printed, you can see here the first one is the upper, completely uppercase converted, and the second one is the lowercase. This is going to be just for temporary. It won't change your original value of your particular variable. It is just for the display purpose, for some manipulation you want to do for your requirement. That's only for temporary purpose. You can convert permanently if you want to replace, like we learned in the last session how you can reassign the values. Let's say right now it's this string, but I want to completely reassign, I can do it. But before that, I just want to give it the guarantee this is not change anything into the original value. So let's just see the original, whatever the value of the long string, and see how what is printing there. So you can see the original string is not changed at all. Even after we print, we done the upper and lower thing, it's not changed at all. So only it's for temporary. But if I want to change it for some particular requirement of my project, Yes, I can do it. It is called reassign of the values to the variable. That's we already learned last time, but I'm just quickly doing repetitions. Okay, long dot upper. This is going to completely override because I'm forcefully reassigning the new value of that. So it won't give me anymore the original value. It's completely converted. You can see here, this is my last final assigned value to the variable, whatever I give with the conversion of upper. So this is going to change your original value of your string. So now let's see if I can have our exercise ready for you, or I have to cover something else as well. Okay, I haven't covered the find thing. I will. Oh no, this is about that. Okay, before I think exercise, I have some more things to cover. This is find and replace. Okay.
Ethel, just time it. It's only 12 more minutes you have. Actually, 10 more minutes. 2 minutes is closing, right? So.
Yeah, so I will just finish this find and replace function, and then I'll give you quick exercise. Would be done within 12 minutes. Okay, so here I have a find function for string. What the find function will do is it will going to find whatever you asking to search in your original string. Right now, keep in mind our last string is converted to the teststopper community into the lower uppercase. So let me just go back to the original, and I don't want to make any problem for you while understanding this. Let me comment it out so we should still have the original value. So what it's going to do is like when I put double quotation or single quotation and some value to look into the existing string, it will return me the index of that string. So in our case, I'm trying to find the T in this particular string. You're going to wonder like what is going to be written because we have more than one T, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, more than one. So when you try to find something like when you was finding with the single character string or multi-character string, very first occurrence in the string will going to be the index of that character. In our case, very first occurrence is the very first index. So let's see what is there. What's the index is get we found for that English index. So it's supposed to return 0 to me. It's 0 because the very first occurrence of T is this. Let me try to replace that with small t. What are you expecting? It's supposed to return me the index of small t where its very first time occurs. So when you go through this string, you find very first t is over here. Oh, sorry. Very first t is over here in a teststopper word. So it's give me the index of that one. So now just try 13. That is the index of small t. There is no A. Okay. I will try with A. Capital A. So when I'm trying to find the capital A from my string, might be in my string I don't have capital A. That doesn't mean it will return the index of A because the Python is a case sensitive. So it's exactly looking for capital A. If there is no capital A, it will return me some weird index that is called negative index. That is -1 because it doesn't find it anything. Same way, like you can search for the whole string as well. Like let's say teststopper, it will return you the starting position of that particular string or a word. That means I'm just rushing myself a little bit. So if you have any question, you can stop me here as well. Okay, so it will return you the whole starting position of that particular substring. It's called a substring. It's a part of the whole string, the number of characters part of the string. So this is called a substring. Let me find is more than enough. Let me try to show you quickly the replace, and then we are good to do the lab exercise for 5 minutes, and then we have question answer as well. Let me just quickly do this replace. As we learned last, how you can find the whole string, you can replace with the one string or whatever you want. So in here, what I'm doing, I'm replacing Python with Java. So you can replace whatever you want. What it's going to be, it's going to find the index of Python starting, and from that onward, the length of the whatever the character is completely replaced by the Java string. So let me print quickly. Here, replace. Oh, okay, that is going to be the new string. Yeah. So the str here you can see the Python was changed to the Java. You're going to, maybe some of the guys who are new, they're going to wonder how it's happened. So what is happened, the original variable long string which holding, this is the testupper community, and today we are learning the Python. The replace function is going to find the index of this particular substring, and the whole string they're going to clear and replace with completely the new string. It doesn't matter, has to be the same number of character or less or more. You can put the more as well, like Java programming, something like that, and it will replace the Python as well. It doesn't require to be have same index number of indexing, just only they point the starting positions, completely erase that the string along with the whole number of character in that substring, and replace with whatever the new string you provided. So old string replace with the new string. Okay, good. Is there any question before I give any exercise?
No, we don't have any new questions.
No, good. Learning fast. Maybe they are already learning quickly. Okay, maybe I don't have to go for another thing. Let me just give you the exercise. If I don't have here, then I can create the exercise for you. Okay, you can create your own string and try to find the 10th position of that string. From 10th positions to the 15th position, you can replace with some new. First find the what are the string coming, hold that string and then use as a replace function, and then replace with your new string. Do you want me to type here for you guys, or you okay? Let's say the example.
Yeah, so Hetal, I think just as a curiosity, right?
Yeah.
The exercises has to be prepared. Maybe you can work with Shark together just as an improvement idea, prepared and shared in GitHub, and has to be given it to the team, right? So that way it becomes easy if you're, you understand what I mean, right? It becomes difficult to follow to, yeah.
The thing is, because here might be the people who are very beginning, they don't understand even the exercise if I put over there. So I will put the exercise maybe after finishing the session, so I can put some number of exercise there, so they can do in the whole week and then come up with the questions and new ideas. If they found something new which I didn't cover in this, they can share with us. All those kind of
so all those things has to happen offline in the Microsoft Teams.
Yes,
right?
maybe me and Sad will going to work, and maybe we will create some small exercise regarding what we have. This is the exercise which I'm giving in between. It's just for quickly to understand what is going the current concept, or how the replace work, because programming is not helpful and just by watching it. So if they do at the same time what I'm doing here, maybe they get some ideas, then they will practice later on the exercise.
So Kadir, I'd like to interrupt a bit here. So this is only for this time only, just code along type, right? It's not a proper exercise.
Yes.
That we will do it later.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it. So this is what she's doing is a code along, but you will also provide like 4 or 5
Yes, they
exercises
do
That's
at the
correct.
same time.
to the people to come, practice during this week and come back, right?
That's correct. That's correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Yeah, this is just to understand the concept. If I'm just saying, okay, find, there is a find function for a string and you can find this test per string. I'm just talking and doing by
Yeah,
myself
that's okay.
until they
That's
don't
okay.
do it.
That's okay. That's
Yeah.
okay. Carry
Yeah,
forward.
good, good. So do you want me to do, or we have a 4 minute to sum up? You want to have something to share, or is there any questions along right now?
Yeah, let's stop it here and ask for the questions if our audience has any questions, and then
Yeah,
Kadir can
yeah.
take.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
So, team, any questions? You can unmute yourself and ask questions right now. And Saad, if there are any questions on the chat, can you please ask?
Yeah, I answered a few. I don't think we have any new questions on the chat.
There is no questions over there, so that's good. They're
Awesome.
understanding it. Yeah.
So in a brief time that we have, can we talk about what are we going to cover in the next session?
Yes, in the next session, maybe we are going to cover some global variables, how the variable, we already discussed about the variable, but we didn't cover the global variables and local variables because we didn't explain anything about the functions because we want to show the real use of global variables and local variables. So maybe the variables are a little bit more in advance about the variable side, functions. We are also going to cover like loops and conditions. Actually, I'm planning to finish today the loop thing so I can more focus object oriented side on our next 3 session, but unfortunately we cannot finish the conditions.
That's okay. Awesome. Awesome. So
Yeah.
Kadir, can you take over now? You have 1 minute.
Yeah, thank you. This is more of a logistics. I want to make sure that we understand here. So thanks for everyone staying back. So if you see the screen that I'm showing you here, so the names, whatever that you see here, and the guest that is together with the name, they should probably have the Microsoft account, and they have logged into the Microsoft account and they have joined this program, right? So they, in that case, they should be able to see this chat window here, and they should be able to type the question. But if you see something like Isha, you see the guest is in the down here. Isha down guest, Ashfaq down guest, Ilan down guest. Probably you have not registered for Microsoft Teams, Testoper Microsoft Teams. But I can tell you that all of your email address has been added. You all should have received the email from the same email ID that you registered in Eventbrite, and you just have to follow that link and create your password and create your account. So I see many of them, right? Ashwak, Elan, Isha, Joy Christie. Then I have couple, Kevin Siva. Just as an example, Kevin. Are you able to see the chat screen in your window? Kevin, can you unmute and speak?
Yes. No, I can't. I'm trying to go to my Gmail and find the email.
Yeah. So good. So my theory is correct. That's why I just wanted to prove, right? So that means basically you have not created an MS account. So all those people that you see here below guest, they will not be able to type the questions or anything in the chat. Okay, so just want to make sure that those who are having the guest down, go and register it. If you cannot find it or anything, just reach out in WhatsApp. We will help you. If not today and tomorrow, we will definitely help you. Right. So that's the second thing. And then the last one is I saw Chetan outside of organization. This is something new that I'm seeing here. So Chetan, can you unmute and say that? Are you able to see the chat symbol here and chat?
Yeah, yes, Kadir, I can able to see the chat window. Actually, I logged in with my company's profile, so that's
yeah, exactly. So you have logged in with your company profile. That's why you are able to see the chat, right? But you have not created the Microsoft account with the Testoper community, right? In that case, it will not show outside of organization, but rather it will show like this in the bracket guest. So I think if you want to use your organization's Microsoft Team to join, and if it shows you the chat, you can continue with it. But I would prefer you creating a separate account with Microsoft Teams. Okay.
Yes.
With Testoper community. So those are the comments that I wanted to give from the logistic point of view. And also I wanted to make sure that you understand, very, very clearly that all the files related to the presentations are here. And then YouTube, you can actually go to the YouTube channel and you can see, and you can also see the links here. From here, you can directly click the link and go to the YouTube channel and watch it, right? So all the sessions are recorded and it is being published, so you can always go back and learn. Third key point, I really, really want you guys to ensure that you are keeping the trainers engaged after the session. So as an example, from the last session to this session, I have not seen any questions being discussed, communicated at all in the chat window of the Testoper Codeathon. And also make sure when you're asking questions and everything, you always do it in this block. Don't try to go and create a new conversation. Try to do it within the conversation of the beginners Testoper Codeathon. There are, like how we have been doing it today's session. Please continue to do that and continue with it, right? So that's my other.
1 minute I want to borrow, Kader.
Yeah.
While I'm reading the chat, Pankaj was asking like what he's trying to do is like, yes, Saad is already replying to the questions. You can avoid the one extra line of code. But in Pankaj's case, he was trying to do something like assignment and at the same time printing. So if you want, like here, maybe I don't have here, but let me just copy paste here and see. What he was trying to do is print in a bracket to avoid the line. What he's doing, assigning the same variables with like upper.
So Hetal, sorry to interrupt. You can address this after the session, Hetal.
Really? Because I was just quickly, might be he doesn't understand the like reassignment and the print. If you are merging together, that's maybe some misunderstanding there.
Yeah. Okay. Just wanted to
I will follow up later on.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
so the last point I like to highlight here is I want to get a couple of minutes of feedback from you all, right? So just you don't have to answer it now, right? But you can give some feedbacks related to the training today. I mean, because I wanted you all to understand we are also improving. This is a new world we are living in, online world. We are continuously improving. And we have to help each other because we are all doing volunteer here to help each other. So you also have to help each other to do that, right? So please provide again the feedback in this beginners virtual Codeathon program track in that in that text, right? So just make sure you give the feedback so we can improve. Make sure that you are engaging yourself after the sessions continuously because Shad and Hetal is dedicated to answer your questions and clarify them because trust me, in 1 hour on Wednesday, we can't cover everything. If you have to answer one question for one person can itself take 30 minutes. So I wanted it to be continuous engagement throughout these things. And finally, before we end the call, please go to Eventbrite. There is a program coming up on April 25th about Industry 4.0 meetup. Please sign up and make sure you don't duplicate sign up. Again, I repeat, I've seen many people signing up for like 4 times, 5 times for the same event. So please don't do it. If you have already signed up, good. If you have not, please join us on April 25th for the interesting meetup presented by Tech Mahindra, Microsoft, and Bell. Right. So with that, let's close the session today. Those who are having trouble, please use WhatsApp to share your trouble. And our programs teams will sort out today or tomorrow all your problems. Okay, with that, let's close the session. Sumit, you have anything? Shad, Hetal, if not, we can close the session. Floor to you guys.
Good.